A plan to light up a Lancaster landmark is getting some backlash tonight. The Parks Department is considering illuminating Mount Pleasant, a large rock formation at Rising Park near the Fairfield County Fairgrounds. Supporters say it's a source of pride that should be celebrated, but many at a meeting tonight wanted to stay in the dark. NBC4's Katie Farrell has both sides on the debate to illuminate what some believe is a cultural symbol of the community.
Mount Pleasant is actually behind me. It's so dark here, you can't even see it, but that could soon change. Some in town, though, want it to stay this way. Jennifer Millizer has been climbing Mount Pleasant nearly her entire life.
The first time I was on Mount Pleasant, I was 4 years old, and that was 40 years ago.
The natural monument is something Millizer and so many Lancastrians, as they call themselves, agree they love. What some don't love is a proposal to shine a light on it when the sun goes down.
It did make me feel disgusted when I read about it's a natural treasure, and it's one of the last places in this town that's untouched. It's part of the history.
The Parks Department held this public meeting to hear from residents, many who grew up in the shadow of the mountain, about the plan to light up the rock face. Longtime resident Lou Varga, who proposed the idea, says the mountain is a symbol of pride that should be spotlighted.
It's everywhere. It's the logo. And it kind of stands for the spirit of the community. It's the traditional backdrop, and it's actually the only authentic connection to the past that we have.
Vargas says planners are working with the National Park Service and would follow best practices for protecting wildlife and preserving the night sky.
I want to preserve dark skies. So the National Park Service has recommendations on wildlife migration. We've taken all that into consideration in the proposal.
And I was horrified by this idea.
Millizer says the only light she wants to see on the mountain is from the moon or the sun.
I have been up there at night stargazing, and it's beautiful, and we wouldn't be able to do that anymore.
Their proposal is estimated to cost $45,000 to $85,000, and it would be paid for with private funding. Under this proposal, the lights would not be on year-round, and they would always go off at midnight. In Lancaster, Katie Farrell, NBC4.